Hi, I'm the desperately haunted by the sins of my past, Patrick Siebert. I'm here with a PhD of love, Brian Fiore. Together we are Just Got Played, and tonight we are coming to you live from the Cloak Blaster. And we just had an incredible experience. We just played Mage Knight all night. Brian, will you tell us a little bit about Mage Knight?
Sure. Mage Knight is a little bit of everything. I guess I would kind of say it's obviously fantasy based. It's 1 to 4 players, and it's kind of like if you mixed Dungeons and Dragons with a tactical skirmish, tabletop skirmish game with probably Magic the Gathering. Like if you kind of mixed all three of those things together, that would be Mage Knight. In that you've got on the D&D end, you've got dungeon delving, exploring. You're gaining experience. You're leveling. You're battling monsters. You're gaining treasures and artifacts and things like that. From the tactical tabletop side, you've got tiles and movement and terrain modifiers, and your figure and subordinates attacking each other and the monsters in the game. And then from the Magic perspective, it's kind of like a deck builder where you've got really cool artwork and spells, and you're putting them together. And so Mage Knight, it's a little bit of everything. That's what it is.
If there's one thing I'd say you really enjoyed about the game, what do you think it is?
I think it's basically, I would have to say the plethora of mechanics. It's a total smorgasbord of different mechanics. You've got tile laying, you've got deck building, you've got leveling. You've got resource management with temporary mana, and then you can freeze it into crystals. So there's a little bit of economic. I mean, there's just a little bit of everything. What would you say is your favorite thing?
I mean, there's a lot I like about it. I like a lot of things you already mentioned. I like the fact that it's going to be a different game every single time, with the tiling and the drawing of cards and the deck building aspect where you keep reshuffling your deck. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I like, but I think the thing I like the most is the quality of the components. The artwork is great. Everything feels good. All the cardboard chits are really, really heavy. It comes with painted figures. Not everybody does that anymore. In fact, almost nobody does that anymore. Really great custom dice. I mean, there's a billion little teeny pieces in this game, but every single piece is really well built and feels good in your hand. It's a good quality game. It's expensive, but it's definitely an expensive game to build too.
That kind of leads us to the thing that I didn't like about the game. While there is, all the pieces are of high quality, the thing that I didn't like about the game is that it's a little bit fiddly. For every mechanic and then some, they've come up with another piece and another size and another shape, and you've got all the tiles that, while they interlock, they still shift a little bit. And then you got tokens of all different kinds of sizes. That happens with almost all tile layers when they just kind of don't put together right. I feel the same way. Yeah, but you got, I mean, between all the different sets of cards, and then the different action skills that you have, and then the level up tokens, and then the monster tokens, and then the tower tokens, and then you've got the fame, the victory track, and the fame track, and then you got the shield tokens to go back. There's just a lot of different components, and if you forget about any of them, you could forget about an important part of your turn and end up losing out. So, what would you say is the one thing that you didn't like?
It kind of ties into that. It's sprawling. It's big. It takes up a lot of space, and you really have to get your eyes on everything, kind of like you mentioned. It does. We're only playing a 2-player game, and it takes up the whole table, and we really could have used quite a bit more space just for the 2 of us. And a 4-player game, just the player real estate alone is big. So yeah, I guess I kind of feel the same way, but it's the space. It's the space it takes up.
Again, that's Mage Knight. It's available at your local gaming store or your local gaming pub, and I think the price was approximately $65.
Yeah, right out there. Or so. Okay. Well, this has Just Got Played, coming to you from Cloak Blaster. Thank you very much for watching. I love the game. I really did like it, but boy, it was an investment in space and time.
Yeah.
I mean,
they give you like a day and night round tracking and different cards to go along with that, but I don't even think you need that to track. You could just look out the window and day and night. And
this is a 3-day game, so
it's about
it wasn't that bad. But you're right. Holy smokes! It's like
12 hours a turn.
Yeah, it took a long time.